Good morning. I'm gonna go over the overview of Art Math Fusion, what we usually go over in our PD. This is a short version though. This is an example of kind of like how we package our bags, and you've probably already seen them. They are sorted for 15 kids. We give you a lot of supplies. Anything that you may need for a lesson is included in the kit. Scissors, glue, anything like that. Any amount of paper, we always give just a little extra too for any kind of mistake that a student might make. I'm going to show you the most important part to use. You can always teach with the paper curriculum, but it is much easier just to teach with the website. And I believe that was given to you from Laura Martinez. And if any of you need anything, please reach out to her and then we will definitely she'll reach out to us, Beth and I. The first thing we go over is the spring, it's early in the morning, Friday, spring curriculum guide. And this one will show you, first it shows the SEL lessons, and that we usually use as a bell ringer, but we also use it, social contracts is one of the first lessons we want our teachers to teach, mostly because it sets the classroom up for success. Turn that off. And also in case there's ever time that your students are, you know, there's a moment, you can just always refer back to the classroom social contract. It has other lessons for the SEL lessons at any time that you feel like your classroom's coming, changing, the dynamics are not so well, go ahead and pull out an SEL lesson, but you can do them anytime also. Just as an example, one of our first lessons is like the spinning selfie, and right here it shows like a day one, so it should only take one day. This is also an SEL wonderful little lesson. The measurement scavenger hunt, kids are a big fan of. The next one, tessellation affirmation mirror, and 8-pointed stars. These are two different lessons, and it takes 1 to 2 days. Usually I would say 2 day for this one. So you'll see how we have everything in there. Also, at the very end of this, gotta go all the way through, there's a sub lesson, and that was given inside your kit as well. So if there's a time that you cannot attend and you need someone to cover for you, if you have to have the program still going, there's a sub lessons that's pretty easy. We do that because we feel that if we cancel a club, sometimes the kids don't come all the way back the next time. It shortens the time they come. Um, the wonderful thing too is that there's a slideshow for the SEL lessons. So I'm going to open that up. And here's like the social contract, power of teamwork, feeling different, all those empower students to take ownership of their classroom environment while promoting collaboration, communication, and mutual respect. And there's a link for the lesson. It is in your book too. You have a SEL book, but in case you want to pull it up on the board to show it on your screen, here it is as well. And here's two examples. We'll go back to the website. So you have an idea of how to open up that SEL lessons. This is the Elements of Art book. It is a great bell ringer as well. And sometimes in the slides, I'm going to open this one. I'll tell you when maybe it's like a good time to use the the Elements of Arts. I'll make a note in the slide and I'll show you that. Here's if you want to go into directed drawings and you just use paper and pencil, and the students absolutely love this guy. Like he's just a hit. And here's all the different types of bell ringers. You can use this anytime as well. Anytime you could be like, just open your Elements of Art book. So here's our first lesson, selfie. And if you are on measurement, you can click on any of these right here. I'll click on selfie. There's a video that you can show to the students. And this is a great time when you're doing a bell ringer or you want to show a video for you to hand out any of the supplies that you may need to do, or just make sure you have everything ready. And there's another link to another video about Temple Grandin. Amazing. And again, we always link our lesson in there in case you want to show it up. This one does not have a video of how to make the spinning selfie. So this is a great thing to put up on the board when you're giving instructions. So the first thing they're going to do is trace the paper plate. Then they're going to use those paper rulers. And so they're going to create that. So 3/4 of an inch. So we do incorporate math moments into each lesson. So look out for those. If you can pre-read a lesson, then you'll be aware of like, okay, this is how I can. Okay, what is 3/4? So we have 4 parts of a inch, right? So then how many? And so on the third one, and find it on with the ruler on that with them. I'm not speaking correctly today. Our paper ruler is really wonderful and it has the fractions on it. So this is a really helpful ruler to start the kids on. Afterwards, you can use the plastic rulers that don't have the fractions. After they start learning more about which fractions, then you can, not use the paper one, but the paper one is really helpful. And then they decorate it. There's math moments at the end of each lesson, like how did using the ruler help you become more accurate? Why is accuracy important in art? Those are just questions. It's great to read those questions before the lesson so you can put them in, integrate them. Let me see, I'm going to go to the next. This is a wonderful lesson. You'll have so much fun. So on this one, lesson number 1 and 2. So I'm going to pull this up first. This one, you'll see this is all the elements of art we cover on it. We're going to build the affirmation mirror puzzle first. Now, this is a wonderful SEL one because they write affirmations, but then there's a math component. You're going to have them cut out shapes and organize them on this piece of paper. So they're going to learn about what is a right triangle, has 90 degrees, isosceles triangle, and this is like on your side, so you have to read this beforehand. Triangle that has 2 equal sides, and the square is easy, right? The kids like that are like, polygon is a 2-dimensional geometric figure that fits its finite number of sides. Oh, so what does that mean? So those are like the times to get into the nitty-gritty of it. It's fun. And then right here is this is a page you won't show them because they're going to be building this puzzle. And then they're going to stick a mirror in the middle. And around it, they're going to be writing their affirmations like, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, I am strong, I can figure things out, I'm unique, anything like that. This is the second part of it, and see how it goes through all the lessons. But on the second part, it would be probably another day. There is a video link to it with instructions. Usually I introduce like the piece of artwork. I step back, show all the supplies the student make the affirmation. Let's take a little bit.
Today we're going to be making this 8-pointed Islamic tessellation.
I make sure I gather all my supplies and make sure I have a clean surface to work on. Consistency with the student. Man, my computer is slow today. Hope I have the patience for this. Oh, it's loading right now.
For religion, and it's
There it
practiced in
goes.
a lot of countries like India and Northern Africa
Can't see it.
and the Middle East. And it is inches wide.
There we go.
And it is 5 inches wide, long, or whatever. Yeah, 5 inches long, 3 inches wide. I could do a 3x3 square, but the 2-inch square.
So
I'll see it's gonna wiggle around everywhere. So
when I go through this, and then I have teachers teach with my videos, like the best thing is to do is pause, make sure everyone's on the same page, everyone's understanding it, and then then I move on to the next step. Again, on this page right here, you'll see elements of art booklet, page 11. So that would be your bell ringer for this one if you wanted to. You don't have to, but it kind of connects with the lesson and that page. Let's see, here we go. And again, this has a video link, so you can teach through that video link, or you can just go ahead and teach through the lesson. This one has a wonderful like math moment. And so in the lesson, you'll see, let's go through the lesson real quick. So they want you to project this image. And this was done with one of our professors, our math professors. Which shapes are congruent? Which are the same and which are not? When reviewing the idea of congruence, it is important to note that students might think congruence means the same shape, not that they are identical. Bring the idea of being exactly the same versus similar to the forefront of the lesson. So that's what you want to go through. And, those are one of the things that you want to make sure. There's artist corner on this one. So then has all the math moments that you can also incorporate. It does take a little bit of time to, build on those lessons and understand how to teach them, but that is our overview. Let me make sure I covered everything. If you want to just go to our YouTube channel, there it is down at the bottom. And that is it. If you have any questions, please reach out to Laura Martinez or to Beth and I. And thanks for teaching.